there's enough, and then there's enough. And in this movie, JLO had enough. You know what she did when she had enough? I'm gonna stop saying the title of the movie. She decided to get active, cueing her sensei. Alright, the scene starts off with JLO under the guidance of her new teacher. He started off with some relay timing, talking about some close your eyes. I was like, oh shit. He's about to teach her some observational, but then he just pushed the shit out of her. And then she started unloading her hands like a P90, resetting only to do it again, this time with a little knee action. So her training persists until she was ready. In fact, she deadass was almost rapping Jada Smith's entire verse.
He's a lot bigger.
Even though he's stronger.
He's a lot stronger.
During her voiceover, she was like, he's bigger than me, stronger than me, his arms a little bit longer than me. She was on to something, but she didn't know what she was on. And I know this is a part of their training, and in no way should I make fun of it. But come on, what did the lemon do?
You digging in me.
You need to leave.
And imagine that shit just R. Kelly'd in her eyes. That wouldn't be a delightful experience. Man had one leg perched on the bench, serious as hell, when he told her to finger that lemon. Hey, if Lemon Grab was her opponent, I fear he might be in danger. And that thing was extra juicy. Listen to the drippage. That shit was tattering like a light rainstorm. Man wasted at least half a glass of lemonade. Next, he got her right with some dodging. He was like, if you could dodge a wrench or a 30-pound ball, you could dodge a fist. I think that's what they were training for. Or the training could be used for something else entirely. The scope of my fighting talent consists of running away and screaming. But before we move on, why was this man talking this close to her face? Like, look, it seemed like she smelled some of that bounce that was on his breath. But her training was over, and she was now hunting down her husband with a vengeance. But all this training and shit had me thinking, I would have simply, you know, and act like I was never there. Call me Oscar award-winning actor. I would have been like, he's dead? Like deceased? Yep. First nigga arrested. But she had a plan, a stand-in that looked exactly like her. So, you know, she could have. I'm just saying, one aspect is not enough. Anyway, we move along in the movie and her plans get started. This man with the shiniest head I think I seen had too shiny to be sent on secret ops. Like, who is not gonna notice this dude? Chocolate Mr. Clean is gonna draw some attention. But I digress. He was sneaking behind her, following her, and she hit him with that old switcheroo. Now I know, it might be because I know she switched, but I could tell that's not her. The walk is different, the swagger is not the same. Even the way she popped the collar had me confused. That is not the same popped collar I seen going in. That walk was like she came out a full NPC. Fire this nigga. First and foremost, he decided not to wear a hat on a sunny day like this. Strike one. He wearing that baggy ass leather jacket. Strike two. And he got kerfuddled that quickly. Strike three. He's gone. Now with free range to move without fear, she put it to her husband's house and instantly showed the design flaw in these type of gates with a simple parkour straight into showing off her 100 picklocking skill. Entering the house smooth as hell, going directly to the rafters like she was Catwoman. And this nigga must have felt a disturbance in the force and woke up looking around and damn near caught her. Good thing this nigga has the senses of an NPC and only gain aggro once his meter fully fills up, even if he sees them, going straight back to sleep while his sneaky lanes cuddled up right next to him. And I know she was thinking in her mind, why he ain't f***ing her up? You can see it in her eyes. So she decided to camp in his house overnight, like one of those old ass 24 hours in Walmart videos. But you're telling me he cheating on JLO with this? No disrespect. I mean no disrespect by it. But come on. I can see if he pulled up with 2006 Nia Long, but again, no disrespect. But he disrespecting JLO with this kind of bullshit. I mean, he does think he's Chris Benoit. So the dickhead leaves, and JLO almost got herself caught after she was treating this man's house like a Dunkin' Donuts. But like I said, it was a good thing this nigga is an NPC off a hitman. No awareness. Now it's time for her to ready herself for the squabble, and boy, she was like Batman. She needed a lot of prep time, cutting the power, looking for his Glocks, planting some letters in his drawers, over there learning the layout of the lands. She was prepared to get cracking with this nigga. She made one last call for some encouragement and to test out her cell jammer to see if it was jamming. Equipped her artifacts, wrapped her hands, she was ready to squabble, and so was I. This man walked into his home ready to unwind, not knowing he was about to get the beats thrown at him like he was an actor inside an Apple commercial. And boy, JLO was really on her Batman shit. She must have pushed Ben Affleck to take the role 18 years in the future because she started taunting this man from the shadows.
Punk ass.
She was showing that prep time is godly. Had this man stumbling and bumbling for a gun that was long gone, and he tried to call the police. He then went for his other gun. She done got that one too. Now I'm not gonna lie, she might be Batman. And his confidence started skyrocketing once he found out that she was alone. Like he was tears above Ike. This nigga all but licked his lips when she called for an ISO. She walked around that corner mad confident. Personally, I think she trained for like a week. But with that saunter, it might have been 3. And as soon as she got up there, she upped her shit like she was ready for a game of patty cake. Listen, if you practice Krav Maga, don't come at me. That's what it looks like. I'm not saying it doesn't work. This man Mitch was mad cocky, like, nigga, shut up and duke up. All this talking for what? And JLO was filming the scene. Damn near smacked the taste out this man's mouth, doubling up for another helping, making him stand up like his face was in them. He trying mad hard to play it off. She was like, okay, and 2 times that bitch. Dose, a cool little 2-piece, mad swifty. I know he's seeing stars at this moment. He gets so dizzy he tried to utilize a sneak attack. That worked. JLO, we all seen that coming. Am I right? Shit was not sneaky at all. Stand up, know where you fell for that. The simplest attack in the book. I'm walking away. Right? Then she put the jets on, skedaddling back to the first floor, ankles ringing. Mitch is still thinking he's in control, walking down the stairs, mad calm, until she snapped. Had that man charging like a raging bull. You're talking about something, you don't want to see me when I'm mad. I see red when I'm angry. What are you talking about? Getting juices to fuck up his own stuff. Ankles take it so bad, this man ended up having a 3-course meal of wall and stupidity. And she was unrelenting with them slaps. What we didn't see, she underwent a slick back crash course of bitch smacks. Form pristine. Looks like the first stage of CTE is already setting in. He thought of kicking furniture, I guess trapping her because he thought she had the vertical of an overweight cat. But look, this man's a lunatic. The look in his eyes say it all. He's like, yes, I'm cornering her, tossing his own lamp to the side. The f did the lamp do? It wasn't bright enough? Doing all that to toss out the sorriest punch I ever seen that got redirected, then had his nose cleared like she was Dr. Miami. Then sent to the corner for a timeout like the bad she was being, behavior-wise, not looks. She had this man looking deranged. I mean, he didn't need any help with that, but the beast that was laid on him multiplied his level of unhinged. He started breaking glass tables, but I didn't notice his plan. I was slacking. She almost rode her ankle on the lamp he tossed earlier. This man Mitch might be playing chess, but he was breathing mad heavy in my ear like I was his bitch. I had to take my headphones off. Get reset. I did not get no dinner first. Anyway, JLO upped her shits again, and you know, when she whipped out those palms, somebody's getting smacked. And Mitch is still talking big like this man was KSI, talking about some,
I'm gonna test that chin. I'm gonna show him that my power is different to Jake Paul.
Only to be juked again. It was like he was slipping before he pulled up. Because look, she broke him again. Man tripping and stumbling more than SpongeBob when he forgot how to tie his shoes. I know her plan is to claim self-defense, but she is beating on this man. And most of it was fall damage like he was myth. I mean, she did trick checking with her Adidas. His nose over here looking like he just got done playing the role of Carrie, just covered in blood. And JLO was talking her shit. Had him making contingency plans, threatening her with her daughter. He was like, if I can't win the game of hands, I'm gonna beat you in court. As he was sitting there marinating the beating she laid on him, only to get up and do the same exact thing. Because she is a juke master. Her ankle breaking skills is max. There is nothing more she can level. He was stumbling more than he was rumbling until she tried to make a run for it. And he dived at her legs with all he had left and put her to the floor, only to be fed another serving of Adidas. I guess he enjoyed it so much earlier, he came back for seconds. And guess what? She got tired of the flawless victory she was having and taunted this man until he pinned her against the wall. And she tried her lemon violating attack, and it didn't work. She was out here assaulting lemons for no reason, but just like Batman, she had one more trick up her sleeve. That secret anti-choking maneuver her full shoulder, freeing herself straight into introducing this man to her elbows and then her knee. And guess what she did next? Of course, she had to violate with another helping of ankle breaking. Had this man moved at the table, and she had the perfect chance to end the show. With the performance she put on, it was a masterclass ass whooping, but she didn't. She made a call talking about some she wasn't a killer, and this man Mitch was taking no chances. Straight struck her from behind with a weapon. He was like, I'm not running hands with you no more. It's over. But little did he know, her sensei was like a user of future sight and predicted everything Mitch would do, and made sure her bag was brimming with counters. She waited for the perfect moment to take him to the floor, hopped up like that last shot was
Finger licking good special.
and started putting the beats on him once again. And she was already strong, but she had her flashbacks playing at the same time she was working him. Every hit was now like +5, and she ended it all with a little reliable, a Sparta kick. From the second floor down to the first, that knee torn asunder with the shards of glass from the table he went through. After all that, the cop showed up and it was like, it was self-defense. So she was good, and you know what I'm saying, no jail time. Hey, he got what he deserved. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, take care.